After the release of Elsa Bloodstone and Marvel Rivals, I can confidently say I'm not really fucking with the game anymore at this point. Overshields on DPS is a pretty overrated thing and should only be there for brawlers. But here comes Elsa Bloodstone, who's a ranged character with hit scan, insane mobility, who can get overshields off of her mobility, and who has this insane ass ult with this broken ass hitbox. Who thought of this? I thought, I had enough with Gambit, who can do everything under the sun with his anti-heal and his ult that gives you extra mobility and more healing, which almost effectively makes you fucking invincible. But now you got Elsa Bitchstone, who can 1v1 the strongest tank in the game right now. And some of the problems that's been existing since the previous seasons, they've never went away. Like Phoenix, who is just a way more better version of Hela. I honestly hate Phoenix. I can't tell you how much enough I despise having to fight this character at all in my matches. I'd have more joy getting my fucking femur shattered in a car crash. The mere sight of this woman makes me exhausted. Her basic attack makes it so that you're playing a fucking click and point adventure game. She has 2 escapes, and one of them that can deal damage and another that can fly. She can build sparks off of every instance of damage she does to you, and when they fill up, she can damage you one more time for all of them to explode. And keep in mind, in Song Inferno, her ult can damage you through walls and get fucking team kills if they're just in 1 fucking mile of the enemy. And because of the fact that the most powerful duelists in the game are essentially the ones that can actually just blink you away, triple support comp is still ran. This is because in response to overwhelming amounts of damage, you need overwhelming amounts of healing to last more than a picosecond the moment you enter Phoenix's line of vision. You either can't kill anything or you can't survive anything, which is the most unfortunate for Vanguards because a core part of their role is soaking up damage and taking up attention so your allies can capitalize on it. But if you try to fight the enemy, you'll just be doing nothing and you'd actually just get atomized. Tank is a nightmare to play, leading to less people playing tank, leading to more solo tanking. And the only characters that are carrying the Vanguard role are the Thing, Rogue, Thor, Deadpool, and Magneto. And out of all those characters listed, only one of them isn't a brawler. And even then, out of all of these characters, I only think one of them can adequately counter Elsa Bloodstone, because she's a ranged character that has tons of mobility, can grant overshields from her dash, and make it so that she can effectively fight, fucking Thor, the most powerful tank out of all the tanks I have listed here. Out of this new update, I only think that it was genuinely just Deadpool that was basically the silver lining of Season 6, I swear to God. Deadpool is selectable across all 3 roles, he's not busted, and he's really fun to play. He's really unique. Obviously, tank pool is fine, but the fact that strategist and duelist Deadpool avoids the pitfalls of their respective roles is just, it is really refreshing. Heal pool doesn't really keep anybody immortal. You must actually play the game and pay attention to what you're doing, and you can't rely on him to stay alive 24/7. And DPS pool doesn't burst you down instantly. He can't just click on you and then boom, you're gone. Across all roles, Deadpool is balanced and fun. Deadpool isn't unkillable, and he doesn't do a shit ton of damage. He's actually balanced, and he has an interesting and unique kit. Quite literally the gold standard for what a hero should be in Marvel Rivals. That is all I ask of. Is that just way too much to have a balanced hero in this game? Everyone who plays this fucking game is DPS centric. They can't play on any other role if that is tank or support, or even the role they decide to go on, what the hero they choose. So they either they suffer the entire match and go and get a really bad KDA, or 2, they just switch off the role that could support the team, like being a tank or a strategist, and they just go DPS to just go say, fuck it, I'll just play however I want. This is like the problem with hero shooters. Everybody is more obsessed with the fact that they're a hero rather more than the fact that they're playing on a fucking team. So they think they're the main character of the game and that they can do everything, and that their team is just a fucking fodder, NPC, and that this is just a challenge for them to see how better they can get at the game instead of winning it. I don't know how, but DPS is just overrated. It's got too many characters. The most overpowered characters are within that role, and the fact is that everyone plays them because they seemingly have much more value at just killing things rather more than healing or surviving things or making team plays. That's just all what they're obsessed with. So they don't go on off angles and try to drive the attention of healers in order to get them and force them to fucking patty cake each other. They don't try and distract or kill other duelists. No, they'll just swap to Widow and try to no-scope headshot the fucking Penny Parker who's sustained and backed up by her entire team.